Hello, Titas! Welcome to episode 10, season 2 of the Coffee Tita podcast. This is Esther, the Coffee Tita. First of all, I would like to thank again the lovely Titas for your continued support for the Coffee Tita initiative. Barely even a year, and we have reached 3,300 plus following on Instagram. Thank you so much for all the likes, comments, appreciations, and encouragements that the Coffee Tita initiative has been receiving. So we are down to the last 2 episodes for season 2. Last week's episode talked about the only weight loss aid we'll ever need. This week we will be talking about one of women's special gifts, the intuitive sense. So there is a quote by Florence Scovel-Shinn. She said, "Intuition is a spiritual faculty and does not explain, but simply points the way." So have you tried it yourself, Titas? Have you listened to your gut? Have you relied on your instincts for something that you think is right? It actually proved to be right. Believe it or not, I do it all the time. And yes, it does point the way. So intuition has been called our sixth sense and is often an ability ascribed to women. The English writer D.H. Lawrence believed that the intelligence that arises from sex and beauty is intuition, while anthropologist Margaret Mead concluded that feminine intuition was a result of our age-long training in human relations. Einstein referred to intuition as the primitive brain, and Steve Jobs referred to it as the highest form of intellect. So I'm not here to debate on the existence of an intuitive power, the capacity to know something without rational evidence that proves it to be so, because I know that it exists. So do you. The question that interests me today is, do you use your intuition? Have you learned to fine-tune the inner instinct that is constantly transmitting signals to you? Think of yourself as a radio. Is your dial set clearly on an intuitive station so that you can receive the information you need when you need it? Or are you picking up static? Intuition is the subliminal sense Spirit has endowed us with to maneuver safely through the maze that is real life. Wild animals rely on their intuition to stay alive. We should rely on ours to thrive. It is only by following your deepest instinct that you can lead a rich life, and if you let your fear of consequence prevent you from following your deepest instinct, then your life will be safe, expedient, and thin. That's a quote from Catherine Butler Hathaway, which she wrote in 1946. Intuition tries to communicate with us in inventive ways. One is through the educated gut, which frequently slaps us to pay attention by triggering a visceral, physical reaction in our bodies. Most of the time I've experienced it, it's like something would snap within you that would just direct your attention and point you to something small, something insignificant to other people, but to you it would mean something. One such signal is the emotional trembling that accompanies creative discovery or warns us not to take a certain action. Another intuitive message breaks through when we suddenly grasp that to try something new would be delightful. We do so and are surprised by joy. A third intuitive nudge occurs through revelation, the inner knowing that helps us arrive at the right place at the right time so that we can't be swept by the benevolent flow of synchronicity that gets us where we're meant to be as easily as the universe can arrange it. So it's like the eureka moment, that something snaps within. Today, go within and seek the wisdom and guidance of your authentic self. She steadfastly waits to speak to you through the whispers of your imagination and the glimmers of your intuition. But if you want to learn to develop this marvelous power, you must first be willing to take a leap of faith and trust it. Put it to use in little ways. Use it every day, and eventually your sixth sense will flourish and enhance your life the way the other 5 senses do. William Wordsworth believed that we could all become one in whom persuasion and belief had ripened into faith, and faith become a passionate intuition. And we can.